Hello, everybody.
All right. Are you Justin Zachariah Williams?
Yes.
Well, this is State of Kansas versus Justin Zachariah Williams. It's case number 2022 CR 74. Again, Darren DeVinny appearing for the state. Mr. Williams from the jail Zoom location. It would appear that you failed to appear for a scheduled court appearance before Judge Hart on March the 4th of 2024.
Yes. I haven't had a ride out here.
You got failure to appear. You currently got a no bond hold, Mr. Williams.
Okay. How long is this going to go on? Because it's been going on for some time, Judge. I already spent 3 years in jail and maxed my time out.
Well, I don't know all the reasons you may have been locked up in jail, Mr. Williams. I don't know if you flattened your time on this or not.
I have.
So you tell me, why is your case still pending in the system for 2 years now?
Your county is dirty.
What?
Your county is dirty. A lot of police officers that are dirty and jailers are dirty.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think that was really a very good explanation why your case has been pending in the system this long. Why not get the case?
You're allowed your opinion. I'm allowed to mine.
Excuse me?
I'm allowed to my opinion. You're allowed to yours. You know, I told you that I didn't have a right out here. I don't understand why I don't get a bond.
Because you failed to appear in court, and your previous bond that was set that allowed you to be in the community was forfeited. That's what happens. I never had a
bond to begin with. Every time I
leave the no bond hold order in effect, Mr. Williams appears to be a poor risk to show up on his own.
Why can't we just do away with this and get it done, a speedy trial?
You'll need to take that up before you're assigned judge, Mr. Williams.
Okay.
I have a court date that I can assign.
Okay.
You can see.
Are you aware that I own Butler County? And that I was part of the agreement that I bought Butler County, that these charges were dismissed.
You bought Butler County?
Yes, and Butler County Jail.
Okay. Very interesting, Mr. Williams.
Yes.
I'm not going to accept that at face value, though.
Okay, that's fine.
I do believe that it's important to deal with this case sooner rather than later.
Yes, I would like to get it over with so I can get out of here.
So I'm going to give you the first date that I have available for Judge Hart's court rather than the second.
Can I be out before Thanksgiving, please?
All right. Well, the date that I have that I can assign is December the 13th, 2024.
You don't have nothing sooner,
at
please.
2:30 p.m.
Okay, thanks.
I have 2 dates on Judge Hart's calendar I can give out, and that is the sooner of the two. I think you had Mr. Favre as your attorney before his appointment as your counsel continues. Judge Hart had entered a no bond hold order. The court's going to continue to honor that. And at this point, the defendant is going to be held without bond pending
So could I,
before Judge Hart.
Judge, could I just go ahead and pay all of it? How much would I have to pay to get out of here? Do away with it all.
Well, you don't have a bond, so there isn't a bond you can post.
I could just pay out like 100,000, 200,000 to get out. Do it, done with the case.
You have 100 or 200,000 to pay?
I could call my mom and have her do that.
And yet you had a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to change any of the existing orders in the case.
Okay.
Said I'm just going to give you what I think is an expedited court date before Judge Hart, and perhaps you and your attorney can sort it out with the prosecution then, and perhaps even get the case to a final conclusion, which would be desirable, Mr. Williams.
Yes.
All right.
So that would be December 13th, 2024.
That's correct. 2:30 p.m. Judge Hart's court.
Okay, thanks.
Very well. The Williams matter will be in recess. Melanie Shri, Vogal?
Yes, sir. Hi.
This is the state of Kansas versus Melanie A. Shri, Vogal, case number 2020 CR 123. Shri Vogal appears from the Butler County Jail's Zoom location. Darren Devaney appears for the state. Shri Vogal, this case has been pending in our system for quite a while. You were sentenced back on February the 6th of 2023. You'd also had a probation review hearing in September of 2023. You've got a new warrant to show cause alleging probation violations of failing to report, failing to complete your substance abuse treatment, failing to make your payments as directed, with a balance of $438, as alleged by Mr. Ketley, the Community Corrections ISO assigned to the case. Further hearing will need to be set regarding these allegations. That will be set, obviously, before this court. This court's next date for that purpose. I think I can give you an expedited setting, Ms. Shri Vogal.
Thank you, sir.
4:00 p.m. on Tuesday, November the 26th.
Thank you, sir. Can I explain then what happened?
Nope.
Okay, I'm
Can you
sorry.
explain maybe to me then.
Yes, sir.
I trust you still can't hire your own lawyer, Ms. Shri Vogal?
Yes, sir.
Right. Mr. Watts has been your attorney in the past. I will reappoint him
Okay,
to
thank you.
represent you. Mr. Watts is reappointed. We've got a court date set for next Tuesday, November the 26th at 4:00 p.m. for further proceedings in the case.
Sir.
Bond has already been set on the warrant. I'm going to review that amount here. It looks like $3,000 cash or surety. That order remains in effect.
Thank you, sir.
You need to make sure that if you make that bond, you report to Mr. Ketley
I
immediately,
sure will.
and that you have to appear at the Butler County Judicial Center in El Dorado, Kansas for your court hearing. Nowhere
Yes,
else.
I'm sorry. I thought I was off the
Come to
roll.
the Judicial Center. Hey,
Yes,
don't talk over me.
I'm sorry.
Just want to make sure you understand that you have to appear at the Judicial Center and no other location.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
Thank you.
Anything further regarding Shri Vogal and Mr. Devaney?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then that
Thank
matter
you.
will be in recess.
Bye.
Right. Another individual is seated at the jail Zoom location. Who are you?
Ian Ott.
All right. This is State of Kansas versus Ian Ray Ott, case number 2023 TR 3262. Mr. Devaney again appears for the state. Mr. Ott from the jail Zoom location. Mr. Ott, I'm just looking at the case summary here. Looks like you've had court dates scheduled for January, April, and July of this year. You failed to appear for all three. In the most recent one in July, Judge Webster ordered bond forfeiture bench warrant and no bond hold due to your failure to appear. Does make me wonder why you won't appear in court and take care of this.
I never ever really realized when they were, and they were all over Zoom, so it kind of threw me off trying to figure out when they were.
All right, well, I'm going to set a court date for you. This is a no insurance and speeding case. No vehicle liability insurance is generally a Class B misdemeanor. And then there's a speeding infraction, 76 and a 65 charged. Are you asking for an attorney to be appointed to represent you, Mr. Ott?
No, sir.
You're going to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
You sure you don't think that you'd benefit from an attorney's assistance and advice?
No, sir. I'm just going to plead guilty to it. I didn't have insurance at the time anyways.
Your
All
Honor,
right, before I could accept, excuse me, Mr.
I was
Devaney?
just going to say, Your Honor, if the defendant would accept a plea of the no proof of insurance, I'll dismiss the speeding, and would recommend a fine and probation, and possibly he could be released from the jail.
All right, I don't want to coerce you into a plea, and neither does the prosecutor, Mr. Ott. You heard what he said. But first of all, before I could do anything, you would have to waive your right to legal counsel. There's a form that the jail has that I'd ask for them to present to you at this time. Read it. Make sure that you really want to waive the assistance and advice of a lawyer before you sign it, okay? You understand that if you can't afford a lawyer, the court will appoint you one.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, look at the form. Are you wanting to waive counsel, Mr. Ott?
Yes, sir.
All right, sign the form. Can I get confirmation that he's executed the waiver of counsel form?
He has signed it, Your Honor.
Very well. So that allows you to proceed on your own, Mr. Ott. You've heard what the prosecutor has offered. He'll dismiss the speeding charge if you plead to the Class B misdemeanor, no proof of insurance. I just need to make sure you're aware that is punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $1,000 fine with at least a minimum fine of $300. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the no proof of insurance?
Yes, sir.
So you're telling me on August 25 of 2023, somewhere in Butler County, you were driving a motor vehicle and you had no proof of insurance on that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Court finds that there's a factual basis for the offense. So do you now freely, knowingly, and voluntarily, Mr. Ott, enter a plea of guilty and accept conviction for this Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
Find therefore that this is a free and voluntary act on the defendant's part, that he's waived counsel, that he wishes to accept legal responsibility for the no proof of insurance offense. After being advised of the possible penalties, court will accept the plea of guilty and find him convicted of the Class B misdemeanor, no proof of insurance charge. Pursuant to the offer of the state, court will be dismissing the speeding charge. Will proceed to sentencing on the no proof of insurance. What are you recommending here, Mr. DeVinny?
Your Honor, $300 fine, $108 in court costs, have 120 days underlying jail sentence, but that the defendant be commuted to 6 months of just non-reporting probation.
All right. Mr. Ott, do you have any statements that you wish to make here?
No, sir.
All right, the court will follow the recommendation by the prosecutor, impose a fine of $300, assess court cost in the amount of $108 for a total of $408. Court will also impose 120 days in the Butler County Jail. Go ahead and grant probation to the defendant at this point for a period of 6 months. He's to observe all laws, pay off his case. This is a non-reporting probation. Mr. Ott, I do want to know, though, how do you intend to take care of this $408?
I have family members that are willing to help me, and then I also work. So
So how long is it going to take you to come up with this money and pay it off?
I wouldn't say no more than 6 months, roughly.
6 months?
Yes, sir.
Have it done in 5, Mr. Ott.
Yes, sir.
You can pay it off more soon if you can, and I highly recommend that you do so. Sooner the better. I'll grant you 5 months from today's date to have the amount paid in full.
Yes,
I want
sir.
to make sure that there's a month remaining in your probation period for the county attorney's office or appropriate official to take further action on your sentence if you don't pay it. So you need to stay out of trouble and drive only when your vehicle and your licensing privileges and insurance are all in order and perfectly legal. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions about the court sentencing orders?
No, Your Honor.
If you have other holds, I'm not releasing you from those, but I will release you on this case today.
Thank you.
Okay, and don't forget about that $408 that you owe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. If there's nothing further, then the Ott matter will be in recess. We'll move on to another case.
I believe that's all for the jail, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too. Crystal Haynes,
Hi, how are you?
okay? I see where you are on the Zoom screen now. This is State of Kansas versus Crystal Dawn Haynes, case number 2024 CR 485. Darren DeVinny again appearing for the state. Crystal Haynes from a Zoom location at the Butler County Judicial Center. This is a matter out of Judge Webster's court, apparently. Looks like you were supposed to have made an appearance on a criminal trespass charge, Class B misdemeanor, back on the 25th of October. And you didn't, well, you failed to appear. Court issued a bond forfeiture bench warrant order with a $2,500 cash or surety bond requirement. That's Judge Crumb's order. Subsequent to that, it appears that you posted that bond, Ms. Haynes, after apparently being picked up on the warrant. That's with dynamite bail bonds in the amount of $2,500. The court will approve that bond and maintain Ms. Haynes under it pending further proceedings. Hope you intend to appear for all future court proceedings when you're supposed to, Ms. Haynes.
I will. Yes, sir.
Criminal trespass is punishable by up to 6 months in the county jail and up to a $1,000 fine or both. You understand that, Ms. Haynes?
Yes.
How do you plead to this criminal trespass charge?
I do have a question about that, because when she did call the cops on me there, I had already been there. My stuff has already been there, so they knew I resided there.
Ms. Haynes, we're not going to get into the merits of the case today.
Okay. So
If you have any hesitation about accepting conviction for this, you should enter a not guilty plea, and we'll set you another court date.
Yeah, because I would like to. Yeah, because I live there. You know, I mean,
Okay. All
my
right.
stuff resides there. I get mail there. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
I've been
enter a
there for.
not guilty plea at this stage, set this matter for further proceedings. Ms. Haynes, can you afford to hire your own lawyer to represent you on this?
Can I have No, I have another question. If I go the other route, what would the other route be if I just plead guilty?
Well, you've
Like,
already shown the court that you're hesitant to do that, Ms. Haynes. I
Well,
don't
it is-
want you to enter into a plea and accept conviction for anything you think you're not responsible for.
I understand that. Is it a fine I'd have to pay or what would,
Well,
I just want
I'm
to
not
know my
going to
options.
plea bargain a sentence in advance here. I don't know what the state would be seeking here, Ms. Haynes, with all honesty. I don't know what your criminal record looks like. I don't know how severe this incident was. I think you should probably be represented by a lawyer on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Take your advice.
I'll go ahead and appoint Darren Patterson to represent you. I
Okay.
will set your next court date for January 27, 2025 at 8:00 a.m. That's 8:00 in the morning, Ms. Haynes. That'll be a Zoom docket. You're going to need to be on the meeting at 8:00 a.m. January the 27th. If you don't have access to Zoom technology, otherwise, you can always appear at the Judicial Center just like you did today and participate from there. Okay?
Thank you.
8:00 on January the 27th is your next court date.
Thank you.
Again, Darren Patterson appointed,
That's
and
it,
the
Chuck.
bond for $2,500 has been approved by the court. Anything else we need to address at this time, Mr. DeVinny?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions about any of the things that we've done today, Ms. Haynes?
No, thank you.
Okay. Then this matter is currently in recess.
Thank you guys for coming and spending this time with me. I love you all so much. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.